In this chapter, I want to show you how to add furniture from other resources, including the 3D Warehouse, from Form Fonts, and from SU Podium's browser. We'll also look to create a folder structure so that you can access all your saved SketchUp files and just drag them right into your existing model. In the previous chapter, we showed you how to add 3D components from the 3D Warehouse. And the way that I typically like doing this, as we did before, is searching the warehouse versus using the window components within SketchUp. This is okay for quickly downloading something, but it only saves it in the actual model that you're in. It doesn't save it to a separate file on your hard drive. And I like to create a database of all the SketchUp models that I've ever downloaded, and that way we can drag them simply into our model whenever we need them. We're going to add some furniture in the dining room. In this case, we're going to add a farmhouse table. So let's search for this farmhouse table here. Go ahead and download it. And we're going to save it on my desktop on a new folder called SketchUp Models. We could have subfolders in here if we wanted to, like living room furniture, dining room furniture, landscaping, and so on. But for right now, we're going to keep it simple. Just formfonts.com is another online repository of SketchUp models. It's actually my preferred database, mainly because the models on the 3D Warehouse tend not to be the greatest of models, depending on who modeled them. It's great for specific product models, but if you're just looking for something modern, something clean, I usually go to FormFonts and download those. The only catch is that FormFonts is a subscription service, so you do have to pay a yearly fee to download models, and you're limited to downloading 30 models a day. But as you can see when I browse the models, the interface is a lot cleaner than the warehouse, and you have a better sense of knowing what you're getting when you're downloading these. So I'm just going to do a search for a couch, and I'm going to download this couch right here. What's great, depending on when the model was created, it'll give you some older versions of SketchUp or any other versions or extensions that are available for this file to be downloaded. Also, FormFonts takes requests for models, so you can request specific models based off of maybe a The last database that I use is from a website called suplugins.com, and it's a database of Podium browser. Podium is a photorealistic rendering plugin for SketchUp, and in the latest release, they've included a browser If you've been using SketchUp for a while, you may have downloaded a lot of SketchUp components for furniture and other elements, and you want to be able to access these on the fly when you're inside of a new model. When you go to Components and click on the drop-down, in most cases, the favorites that you see are just pre-scripted ones that search the 3D warehouse. Well, what you can do instead of searching just one of these favorites by SketchUp, we can actually link a folder on our computer to reference to. To do that, you want to click on this details icon and you want to open a local collection. We're going to search for our SketchUp models folder, which is the last folder that we had, so it automatically directed to that folder. Most important here is you want to add this to your favorites. In doing so, it will save that location, and the next time you open SketchUp, your library will be searchable. Click Open, and notice now that we have all of the furniture that we've saved in the SketchUp Components folder. And like any model in the Components palette, all you have to do is click on it, and you can drop it in the model. Now, just to give you an idea of how a more detailed library looks, I have this SketchUp library here that I've already created as a link. And I've created a lot of different folders, one for example, 2D people, so that I can quickly just drop people in the model. I have one for playground, equipment. The folder structure can really depend on what your workflow is and of what type of models you typically create. But these are all saved on my computer, and I can easily access them anytime when I'm inside a SketchUp model. And the key to this is really keeping your folder structure clean, something of which I need to go back and do. But for the most part, this does the job. It's simply organized and has a lot of the elements that I need. Oh, that's a cool base. Let's go ahead and use that instead. Now you'll notice from time to time that the 3D Warehouse and Form Fonts and even Podium browser, maybe none of them have the exact piece of furniture that you're looking for, and you need to actually create it yourself. In the next chapter, we're going to use a technique called photo match to actually photo texture a piece of furniture for the dining room.